Hello and welcome back to Buzby Gaming. I'm Tony, and today we're going to make a video about and for all the dads out there. Now, my dad was not really a video game player. He bought an NES for my brother, and he really didn't care that we played them. He tried playing with us a few times here and there, but my dad's game of choice was pinball. Every time my brothers and I went to the arcade with my dad, he would just be drawn to that double line of pinball games. I mean, there's no line to play them. Anything with lights and sound he really liked, but I gotta say the one game I always remember him playing the most was the Addams Family pinball game. And he just would sit there and sink quarter after quarter in this machine, and that's all he'd play. It got to the point where it was actually a funny memory I remember. I was real young. I actually had to get up on a stool, and there was 3 machines right side by side. And there was a Terminator 2 pinball game, the Addams Family, Batman 1989 pinball machine, and then there was Beetlejuice next to that. And we actually had my dad and his 3 sons, which is me, I'm the youngest, my middle brother Jason, and my older brother Dave. We're all 3 in a line playing these games. It was just really cool how they all lined up like that. Usually they're all, all over the place, but I don't know, the fates aligned that day. I mean, like, my dad had fun watching us have fun, but yeah, he really enjoyed that pinball. But this is a video game channel. It's a game channel in general, but it's mainly a video game channel. I gotta say, one game I can think of that reminds me of my dad is Rampage. Now, a lot of people are gonna be like, well, that sounds a little weird, Rampage, a game about monsters destroying buildings, reminds you of your dad. That must be an interesting story. Not exactly. Now, it's more the name. My dad's name was George, and one of the main monsters in there is a big ape named George. Again, doesn't sound that good, but you see, my dad was a very big fan of a little cartoon you may know called The Simpsons. And the really funny thing is, my dad is a lot like Homer Simpson. And there is a particular episode, I believe it's in one of the Tree Houses of Horror, where Homer is King Kong, and he's climbing up the side of a building with Marge, and it makes it look like he's really high up, and he just falls back, and he's like only 10 feet off the ground. And it was just like all that just kind of mashed together, and that made me think of my dad, because The Simpsons, the ape in Rampage, name is George. Now, Rampage has been around, I think, longer than me, but the most experience I have is on the N64 with Rampage World Tour and Rampage Universal Tour. I got the first Rampage because, like I said, I was a fan, and my brother had it on PlayStation 1. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was something that me and my brothers always played, and I always picked my dad, which, is George the ape. But my brothers always cracked up when I said I'm gonna play his dad. But it was really messed up because in the second one, Universal Tour, you actually have no option to play as George. You actually have to end up rescuing him, and you get a couple actual new characters to play as. There is another funny story. I wish my brother Dave was here to tell it, because he tells it way better than I do. There was a game for the Sega Genesis, I believe. It was Joe Montana Sports Talk Football. And him and my cousin Wayne used to play that game all the time. I mean, it was hilarious. And they'd be up there laughing. And me being a little guy, I was probably maybe about, 4, 5 years old. I go upstairs to my cousin's room and just hear them laughing. And I never understood why. It's a football game. It's not really that funny. And I go in there. They're not laughing. So I sit down there and I watch. And they score a touchdown. It shows 2 fans celebrating the touchdown in the stands. And they start laughing. And then I notice that the 2 fans look like my dad and my Uncle Wayne. It was just hilarious because they're like, hey, it's my dad and your dad celebrating the touchdown we made. You know, so it's like my dad really wasn't a video game player, but you know, it's weird how certain games remind you of certain people. And now I haven't yet started to play games with my kid. He's only 2 years old, and in fact, it's because I am a dad that this is going to be the only video I do this weekend. I am going to spend the rest of the weekend being a dad. I'm going to try and take my kid fishing. I don't really know how well it's going to go, but I'm going to try and hopefully make some memories. I don't know if he's going to remember it, but my fiance, we're going to all go together, and hopefully he'll have some pictures to look back on someday. I don't think he'll probably remember it, but I have a backup plan because I think that the fishing's probably going to occupy him for maybe half hour at most. There's actually a lake that has a little bit of a beach there, so I'm going to get him some arm blow-up things and some little arm buoys, and he can go out there swim with his mom. But, yeah, so this video is dedicated not only to my dad, to myself, but to my brother and my uncle, who were also father figures to me growing up. My mom and my dad separated when I was young. He lived in Philadelphia, which is where I was born. That's why I have kind of an accent, and I'm already messing up words. So, like, my dad was 1,300 miles to the east of me. Didn't really get to see him that much. I got to talk to him on the phone a lot. I saw him maybe 4 times since I moved away from Philadelphia, and that was probably when I was about 6 years old. So, I mean, I really didn't get to physically be with my dad very often. So, I encourage you, all of you, if you have your son close by, your daughter close by, your dad close by, even a father figure, spend time with them this weekend. I think I just bumped the mic. Sorry if I did. But spend time with them this weekend. Try to make some memories, you know, appreciate the father figures out there. And that especially means you ladies. Make sure, you know, you try to not yell at your man so much this weekend. Just give him a little bit of a break. It's a joke. I'm probably going to get a lot of heat for that one. Oh, shit. That's a joke, though. But yeah, everybody out there, you know, just enjoy the weekend. We're actually doing a giveaway before I forget. On June 26th, June 25th will be your last day to get in on the giveaway. We're going to announce the winner on June 26th. That's going to be actually the first upload next week. So it'll be the upload after this one, first one. I'm going to upload that probably as soon as I get home from work, have the winner be announced. So if you're interested at all in winning a PlayStation 1 with a pretty good stack of games, 18 games. I didn't quite get to 20. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because the mini came out, but it seems like the PlayStation 1 games are kind of shooting up in price. But all said and done, I have kind of a limit on prizes because I do have a normal job. My channel's not monetized. I'm paying for this out of my own pocket. And all in all, it is just shy of $200 worth of stuff I'm just giving away to one of you. And if you are at all interested in that, all you have to do is go to this video right here and you follow the instructions and you could be our next winner. But that's all I have for you this weekend. Stay safe, happy Father's Day, and we will see you in the next one.